I turn on my hold on, fix my light a little bit. You know, brother dark skin, so we gotta have a little extra light on here.
Oh my goodness.
Light.
There we go. There we go.
At least you got a chance to show your shirt. I couldn't even hardly show mine.
Oh yeah, I had it sitting back a little bit with my other light set up. That one real bright. That's my video light, my ring light. I'm trying to be professional. This is just my regular,
Yeah.
you know, we having a training call night. But glad you guys able to jump on. Glad everybody able to jump on. Everybody get a chance to check in.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I see everybody on. Everybody got their picture up. Like they too good to be, you know, kind of participate. It's all good. I see. I appreciate you, baby. That's how y'all do. And I know y'all saying, well, my hair ain't done. As y'all can see, my hair not done either. But I'm still on here. Engaged with y'all. You know.
Nah, you know, I got the old Atlanta Hawks t-shirt on, got holes in everything. I don't know.
Classics.
Yeah, I act like this a prospecting call.
This is family. Come on out.
It's
Talk
family.
to us.
Y'all come on out and quit being funny acting, you know. So now, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump on into this thing, because the one thing that we're learning is that, or that we're seeing, is that we got so many new people joining the team, is that we want to be sure that we have a platform to help them when it comes to the process of inviting. You know, the great thing with our company is that we do have the experts that can do the work for us. So once we get everything uploaded, we kind of automatic pilot in that area, which is great, because nobody want to have to take time to feel like learning all that stuff, right? We let experts do that.
There we go.
But when it comes to inviting, the one thing we have to understand is this is a skill set, you know, and the reason we're calling it a skill set is because it's something that can be improved on, right? It might not happen good the first time. It's just like anything you do for the first time, you won't be great at it. You know, it's something that develops over time. You learn from your mistakes, what you do good, what you do bad. But the thing I love about everybody on the team is that you're at least doing it, right? You're at least picking up the phone. You're at least making the call, getting outside of that comfort zone, because this is a contact sport. Only way you make money in this industry is if you make contact with people, all right? So we got to have a certain way that you contact. Of course, you know, me and my brother, we coached football back in the day for the Little League team, and it's a certain way that you have to tackle. It's a certain way that you have to block. It's a certain techniques that they use. When people look at football, they think they're just big guys that's strong or big guys that's big. Now, there's certain techniques that they use and teach in order to be successful at whatever position they play in. We have the same thing. There's certain techniques that we can put in place that can make your phone calls more effective. They can make your text messages more effective. They can put your posture in place to make you as an individual more effective. All right. So what we're gonna do very quickly, I'm actually let my ask my brother to facilitate this part of the training. I know you guys haven't heard him train in a while, or some of you might have. But I always love to tell people he's way better than me. So, you know, he systematically does things because this was something that he had to do to break out of his comfort zone in order to become successful in this. I know you can't tell, but he is the shy one in the family. You know? So this kind of my personality. You know, he's the shy one in the family, but we're still able to build huge organizations and other companies we're a part of. He's one of the top speakers in the Toastmasters organization, you know, has won district championships, so he speaks very well. But more importantly, he's able to relay that information so you can get it, all right? So this is a training, so I want you guys to take notes, all right? To take notes, and then even if we have an opportunity, we can practice a little bit, but don't want to be on here too long, but didn't want this month of March to go through without us addressing this to help everybody on the team. Because, again, if you don't remember, tomorrow, I forgot to make the announcement, but tomorrow is the last day to register for Game Changer at 1:29. Tomorrow is the last day, tomorrow at midnight. So go ahead and register. Also, if you register for Game Changer by tomorrow, Mr. Brian House announced that if you sponsor 3 people into your business, which we are going to do anyway, he's going to pay you an additional $100. To pay for your Game Changer ticket. But you have to be enrolled in Game Changer. You have to show him your receipt from Game Changer because it's a Game Changer promotion. That means he's willing to invest in your development. He's willing to invest into your self-development by saying, do what you're going to do anyway, and I'm going to give you some extra money for it. So I want to make that quick announcement before we go into it. And this conversation right now is going to help be sure that you at least get 3. I'm be honest, you guys, I'm getting 10. I'm putting it out there in the universe. I'm getting 10.
10
Right? I'm getting 10.
in March.
So, so y'all can run with the big dog if you like, but I'm getting 10. All right, so let me bring my brother onto the line and help us get this started. Bro, I sure appreciate you jumping on and helping out.
Man, my pleasure, my pleasure. I'm excited to share and excited to get us going. So let me share my screen in a couple of contexts because, it's one of those things. Before I jump into content, let me talk about context of where we are in this movement, and especially who's just talking to you right now. Like Chuck Harden is one of those people where Brian House and Adamo have his number in their phone. Top recruiter, top producer. And to build this system, what I really did was I looked at Chuck and studied the things that he did just naturally, because it's hard to train what you already are. Does that make sense? But if you are shy, trying to figure out, now, what thing did he do right there? I can do that. Let me see what it looks like. So that's a part of the process today. And I do want this to be as live and interactive as possible. The difference between a presentation and a training is, in training, we have to be impressed not with the
This line is now on hold. This line is now off hold.
Not with the quality of the presentation, but the quality of the skills that we adopt and are able to put to work the next day based on what happened in training. So when I'm a speaker doing a speech contest, my goal is always for you to have a great impression of me as a speaker. But my goal for today is for you to be impressed with your skills and your understanding of the recruiting process. Does that make sense? And that's what I wanted to make sure that we were clear on up front, that success in recruiting is a process, not an event. Now, how many of you have seen the Power Builders baseball diamond, know how to run the bases?
And
So
My first time seeing it.
It is one of those things where we really have to remember to come back and reinforce, because not everybody fully trains professionally. Like when you go to the city events or citywide events or any of those things, it's easy for us to forget that there's a process and an order to things. And it does, in one way, relieve a lot of anxiety. The main anxiety it relieves for me is I know that there's not one sentence I can say and people magically get into business. Like I used to stand around the Steve Carters and Brian Beans and say, I know they don't go through the same thing. They go through the exact same things that we do. They just do it faster because it's their method of operation. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we're going to talk specifically about piquing interest and passing, inviting, getting quality invites so that you know people are coming to an event and they know they're coming to see something. Does that make sense? And it's parts, but here's my request. For this webinar and all the other ones, I want you guys to do 2 things for me in our execution on Zoom. As often as possible, let us see your faces. The main reason we do a webinar is so that we can see each other. It's actual physical energy in another person's presence. And if you get to a place where you have to not be seen, go ahead and set up on Zoom an app so that you have a smiling picture even when you're not available visually. Does that make sense? So for instance, when I go away, I'm still there. Set up your profile so that if ever the people are taking screen captures, it's not a bunch of screen captures of 2 people and a bunch of names, but it's all smiling faces. And my theme for this is tell me and I'll forget, show me I may not remember, but if you involve me, I will understand. So my goal, not just to tell you about the recruiting process, but for us to drill for skill and have a chance to actually practice the things that we need to say in a safe place so that we can go out there and say on tomorrow knowing we already know what to do. Does that make sense? So 2 parts in a quick hurry. First thing we're going to focus on is the mindset of recruiting. Most important thing in recruiting process is enthusiasm. Everybody say enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm.
Now say enthusiasm enthusiastically. Enthusiasm. And it is the thing that draws people to most people in this industry is their enthusiasm, their passion. And it's actually from an etymological point of view, breaking the word down, there's 2 parts. Enthus and theos is derived from the Latin word, means with God within, and IASM means I am soul myself. Now, each and every one of you should know that you're made in the image of a creator. He's given you everything you need to be who he called you to be. And with MWR Financial, the best thing you can do is make sure that you've fully utilize the financial edge so that you can go with that sincere conviction that I'm sold myself. See, nobody can unsell me on what Money Max does for your cash flow situation. No one can tell me now that credit restoration isn't good for everybody. Then there's no one that can tell me it makes sense to be in debt not one day longer than you have to be. But if you don't have a plan, you're going to be on the creditor's plan. And then with this Wealth Max, I finally got a window into retiring before 50, right? So I'm sold myself. I mean, you can tell.
Yep.
So let's practice. Now, Chuck has a patented approach to making sure that everybody's enthusiastic. It's important to our recruiting process, and it's important that you know it. Chuck, going to tell them about the psychological, physical version of enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm. You have to lift your eyebrows. Eyebrows up.
Eyebrows up. Eyebrows up.
Eyebrows up.
Wait, let's see how this looks.
It's a way to be excited without having to smile, right? It's a way to look excited without having to even say anything. It just looks like it just makes you interesting. Eyebrows up. I'm telling you, it'll change your life, right?
What?
Because the great thing about it is that it's a physical showing without me having to say it. It'll make people ask you, "Hey, what's up?" Right?
Right.
From the exact same thing, right? So eyebrows up. That's one of the ways you can do it. But in general, I know I'm joking, but honestly, a genuine smile. Hey, how you doing? Just a genuine smile while you're looking at someone can give you that ability to say, hey, I'm excited just about life. People want to be around people like that. That draws people to you.
All right, so let's practice. Everybody that's on a device that has a camera, let's all come off the black zone. Put your eyebrows up. Let's see them. Now, what you'll notice, I know it seems strange, but you'll really uplift yourself mentally just by getting your eyebrows up. And then the thought process, there's certain things that you just have to be. Number one is enthusiastic, but the rest of it, there's 4 diamond rules to recruiting. Number 1 is be prepared. 2 is be yourself. 3, be passionate. And 4, maintain your posture. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's important in that way if you think about just doing those things as a way of being, because this is what most people have in order. They say, well, what do I have to say to get this person to get started in business? And it's not that what you say isn't important. It's just that it's out of order, because the result is who have. They want to have the result of having someone get in business. Well, what they first have to be is prepared, passionate themselves, and having good posture enthusiastically. That forms the basis of then doing the things that come next in the baseball diamond. So now that we know what we have to be, let's talk about what we have to do. And the first step is piquing interest. Everybody say piquing interest.
Piquing interest.
And it's P-I-Q-U-E interest, not mountain peak interest. But it's simply the art of learning not to give too much information, right? I want you to think about the idea of a ladder of escalation just to keep the prospect curious. Because what happens right now most of the time is, well, let me confess my own sins, not yours. All right, how about that? I'd say, have you ever heard of income shifting? The person says, no, I hadn't heard of income shifting. What is it? And I'd say, well, it's a simple process of shifting the money back to its original source, which is you. We do that by 3 strategies of cash flow management, business investing, and income investing. Because if you think about cash flow, and then I go into a whole presentation, do you know that that's outside the formula?
Yep.
What's the formula that Mr. Bean teaches? He says exposures plus, what's the next plus? Education.
Educate.
Plus.
What's that?
Execution.
Edify? Execution? Okay.
Not execution.
So let's make sure we get that formula down, because it is gold. It's exposures plus education plus execution minus explanation and minus emotions. Minus explanation, minus emotion. Now, again, being honest with you about who I was emotionally invested in whether people got in business with me or not. I wanted them to like me. I wanted them to like what I was doing. I was worried that they wouldn't do it. How many of you know that's an investment in emotions?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But here's the reality. Here's something that was so helpful for me that it changed my life. The worst thing that could happen is already happening. Meaning they are not in business with me right now. Yes or yes.
Right.
Right.
And if no matter what I say, if I don't say something, they never will be. They're not just gonna fall on your dashboard. Does that make sense?
Yep.
The thing is to start with questions and just understand that you giving too much information can ruin the want, because everybody is interested in MWR until they talk to you. They don't know. They don't
Nice.
know what the company is, but how many of you know that there's nobody living in America that isn't interested in actually making wealth real?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So if someone tells you no, I'm not interested.
Thank you. I didn't get a chance to do nothing yet. Of course, I just got off my call, and now I'm in my team meeting.
No worries. No worries. Okay. So, and then the last thing is just this idea. Think about a person's interest in terms of their level of service.
Uh-oh, you gonna be all right?
Let's see.
Yes.
Let's see, Danette, can you mute for a second?
Oh, sorry about that.
No worries, no worries. But as you go through that process, just understand that you want to pique interest. If somebody wants some water and you give them a teaspoon of water, what do they want?
More water.
They want more water. But if somebody asks you for some water and you hose them down with a fire hose, what do they want? No more. They don't want no more water, and they don't want nothing else from you ever. So pique interest, teaspoon, not a fire hose. Everybody got it? We'll skip these examples and stick with this one. Now, Chuck teaches a 3-step piquing interest formula, and I want you to write it down, and then I want us to practice. Everybody got it? Oops.
Yep. Let's go.
Hang on. Let me adjust. Take notes on what Chuck says, and then I'll put it in slides.
There we go. There we go. You guys, it's a very simple process. We don't like to give you a script, but we'll give you a formatted conversation, right? That means you have something that you can go to, because a lot of people get the anxiety of, I don't know what to say. Like I got them here. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to start off. If you can remember this framework, it's going to help you, and it's positioned to keep you from having to explain. So, hey, next number one, put I just found out. That's my go-to, right? So, but number one, you want next number one, just write 1, 2, 3 on your page, right? If you're taking notes, write 1, 2, 3 on the page. Next to number one, put I just found out. Okay, that starts off the conversation. Next to number 2, you put the word hot button. Hot button. A hot button. And next to number 3, you put yes or no. Yes or no. All right. Now, a hot button is something that is important to them. If they're on your list, if you know them, you might know a little bit about them. Like if they have kids, if they have a person about to go to college, they're trying to buy a house, they're trying to pay off a car, they complain about, something they've complained about is a hot button. And if you hit their hot button, this conversation will rarely get you rejection.
Mm-hmm.
It is designed so you won't get rejection. That's what most people are nervous about feeling. So I'm going to just lay it out how you could use it. So I would use it something like this. Hey, look, I just found out about a way that's going to help you start a college fund for your kids. You want more information, yes or no?
Yes.
I just found out about a way that can help you financially support your parents. You want more information, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I just found out about a way that we can help you save up that money to get the down payment for your house. You want more information, yes or no?
Yeah.
I just found out about a way to help you jump your credit score so you can qualify for that home loan you've been looking for. You want more information, yes or no?
All right. So now we have entered the round of drill for skill time. So Bernard, try it. You pique interest on Javon. Now this is hot potato style, so you got to keep track of who's still in the group that hasn't piqued someone's interest. Does that make sense? So Bernard, pick a random face. I just found out.
Oh, random face. Let me see if I can get everybody on here.
Hey, Javon, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, Ken, I just found out a way to actually help you build an emergency fund in your part-time. Would you like to know more information, yes or no?
Sure, I would.
What's the best contact number for you?
Because his face not showing, but he's up there.
Excellent. So Javon, you're next, but now everybody try this. It's 2 steps that we're practicing. It's the words that we say and the attitude we take it. So make sure your eyebrows up.
So Javon
All right, try it again, Bernard, with your eyebrows up.
and Bernard.
Hey, Javon. Javon, you there?
I'm here.
Awesome. And listen, man, I just found out a way to actually help you build an emergency fund. Would you like to know more? Yes or no?
Sure, I would love to know how to build an emergency fund.
Excellent. All right, Javon. Hot potato, pick who's next.
I'm gonna go with my guy, Fabian.
Yes, sir.
So Fabian, I just found out a way that to increase my credit score 173 points. Would you like to find out?
Sure, I would.
Excellent.
Excellent. Okay, hold on one quick second. So, Javon, great example of how to use it and using your story. But when you tell them what it's done for you, you got to let them know it could be beneficial for them.
Gotcha.
Remember, the hot button is for them, not necessarily for you. But if you don't know their hot button, so if you didn't know his hot button, you can tell your story. You can't say, look, I just found out about a way to increase my credit score 173 points. I think it can be beneficial for you, too. You want more information, yes or no? That way it's beneficial for him, and it doesn't just sound like you bragging on you. Like, I just jumped my credit score 173 points. Get some.
Chuck, real quick. Is it important that we always use yes or no? I heard how Javon said it. It kind of sounds real smooth. But
Please enter your PIN followed by the pound or hash. If you do not know your PIN, please enter pound or hash.
Is it important that we use a yes or no with that? Would you like more information?
Thank you.
Yes or no?
Okay. Would you like more information? Yes. Because it's always like you want more information. I like the yes or no because it makes them choose. You know.
And then you know what they're doing.
Right.
And
you don't have to use yes or no, but I do like the fact of putting in the point of it's black or white. You know, hey, you want more information, yes or no? Meaning you're giving them the option to tell you no, which is a good thing. You don't want to waste your time with somebody that won't know more information anyway.
Yep. And it starts a habit of them saying yes to things that are a good thing to say yes to. All right, let's see. Where did I pick up that echo? All right. So Fabian, you're up.
I'm up.
Yep.
All right, let's see. I go with you. Hey, Richard, what's up, man?
My income, eyebrows, expectations. All up.
Hey, that's all I'm talking about. I love to hear that. I love your energy. But hey, I just found out a way how you can retire and have your retirement account set up for. Hey, hold on, I can say that. Okay, I got you. Okay, I just found out how I can set myself up for retirement without going back to work before the age of 65. You like more information on that? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
Excellent. And so let's talk to Coco. Hey, Coco, it's Richard. Hey, listen, I just found a way for you to retire fully from your job in the next 5 years. Would you like more information on that? Yes or no?
Okay, yes, absolutely.
Excellent. Let me shoot this website over to you now. Can you look at it in the next 30 to 40 minutes?
Yeah, I can.
Excellent. Take a look at it. Shoot me a text. Let me know you're done. I'll call you right back.
All right, gotcha.
All right.
I like that one.
Hey, Fabian.
Yes.
Do you have your TV on close to you?
Yeah.
Could you turn it down a little bit? I think that's what it was. I was trying to figure out where the noise was coming from.
Okay.
I think that.
Hey, save in. Turn TV down.
I like that, Rich. Shoot me a text. Let me know you finish.
Excellent. All right, Coco, you're up. Pick one.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Hello, Richard.
Not me.
Oh, okay. I don't know who's.
Pick one of these other names or faces on there so we get used to seeing each other.
Chuck, how you doing?
Too easy. That was too easy. I thought I'm good.
That's good. Hey, look, I just found out a way that you can go ahead and start planning or saving for your kids' college fund. Would you like more information? Let me know yes or no.
Oh yeah. I'm always yeah. They gotta go to college. They gotta go to school.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, look, I'm gonna shoot you this link. Watch this 22-minute video. Make sure you get back with me and let me know what you liked about it. All right?
Excellent.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Next slide. Return.
All right.
All right. Hey, Monifa.
Hi. You can
Hey,
hear
how
me?
you doing? Yeah, I can. You doing all right?
Yes, I'm all right. How are you?
Man, I'm doing better than amazing. Look, I just found out about a way that we can help jump your credit score about 50 to 100 points over the next 90 days. Would you want more information about that? Yes or no?
Sure, yeah.
Awesome. Look, I'm going to shoot you over a little quick 10-minute video. Could you take a look at it this evening or tomorrow morning? What's better?
Come on. Not this evening. This evening is good.
This evening is good. Okay, look, go ahead. I'm going to shoot it to you right now. Take a look at it. Shoot me a text once you're done. We'll jump back on the line real quick.
Okay, great. Outstanding.
All right.
Okay, I like that.
All right. All right, so we're going to have to pause right here because we're just at the top of the hour where it's time to switch skill sets. But how many of you get the point of what we did?
Yep.
Now, Chuck, take quick
Yep.
note. It's Catrice Parker, Chantel, iPhone, Stephanie Oglesby, Tequila, another 850 number, and Michelle. They're up next to practice the next skill.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't see all of them people. Okay.
All right.
The other 850 number is me. Mr.
That's
Me.
done? Okay.
Yeah.
So next skill. So if you think about it, all the conversations we just had were designed to do one thing and one thing only. What was that? Well, it's two things actually. One was just sorting, right? It's just putting us in a place so that we know they're either looking for something or they're not looking for it, and then to point them to a tool. So that's what first base is. That's what peaking is. It's putting them in a place where they use a tool. Right now, my number one option is this howtoshiftyourincome.com website because it's worked well for me. And it's easy to duplicate once somebody gets started. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
So you shoot them a text message and try to time box when they're going to see the tool. But here's what we didn't do. We didn't explain it. We didn't talk about the name of the company or any of those things. We pointed them to a tool for two reasons. Number one, a tool duplicates. Because there's only two things that can happen if you really explain it well in that first conversation. One, you mess it up.
Mhm.
You do it so well that that new person thinks they could never do what you just did.
All right.
With a tool, now you have something that presents the same way all the time, every day, and it's been proven to work. People have gotten in on the video. Like I didn't know it would happen for me the way that it did. As a matter of fact, the first time I sent someone the howtoshiftyourincome.com website, it was just because they wanted some information before coming to my home meeting. They looked at every video on the old How to Shift Your Income site, and they were ready to get started by the time I talked to them again. I mean, you know, I'll text that video again. It just makes sense to do. So that's the first step, is just getting them to a tool, something other than you, to explain at a high level the information. But then the next thing, we already talked about the most important peak. Everybody's eyebrows still up?
Eyebrows up.
Eyebrows up. But then the next thing is just getting good at invitation. They say the gateway skill in network marketing is inviting. Getting good at inviting people to take a look either at your tool or your presentation to your event. And what I find for most people is they're like me, didn't know exactly what structure to say, had a lot of people saying they trying to come to the meeting or they probably gonna be there. How many got people still trying to get to your home meeting from last week?
Yep, that'd be me. That's me all day.
And so the formula I'm about to share is not mine. It's Eric Worre. They call him the Network Marketing Pro. He has a book called GoPro. It's 8 Steps to Professional Invitation. But what I find is it helps you with your structure, your process, and gives you an outline of a conversation. So here's all 8 of the steps. I want you to write them down, and then we'll go through them real quick. Step 1 is to be in a hurry. Everyone, step 1, be in a hurry. Step 2, compliment the prospect. Step 2, compliment the prospect. Step 3, make the invitation. Don't dilly-dally, don't delay, make the invitation. Number 4, if I would you. For if I would you, Number 5, get a commitment. Number 6, confirm the commitment. Number 7, get a time and number. And number 8, get off the phone. So just as an example of the process, hey, Catrice.
Yes, Richard.
Hey, it's your cousin Rick. I'm so glad I caught you. I'm running out the door to an event, but it was important that I get in touch with you real quick. And it's because of how passionate you've been about helping people for so long. I am having a profit party this up and coming Saturday at my house. And I want you to be a part of the movement that we're seeing. If I put you on my VIP guest list for that event this Saturday at 4, you commit to being there. Does that make sense?
It did. You were a little muffled towards the end.
So let me ask again. If I put you on my VIP guest list for my private profit party, as we had this cash flow conversation, would you commit to me to be there at 4 p.m.?
Yes.
Excellent. Now that's Saturday at 4 p.m., correct?
Yes.
And it's at my house. I'll text you my address so that you have the exact details. And either me or one of my partners will give you a call to confirm. Is this the best number to call you on?
Yes.
What's a good time on Friday or Saturday to reach out to you?
Anytime after 5.
After 5? Okay. I'll put you in my calendar for an after 5 confirmation call on Friday. And I got to run for this meeting, but I love you. Looking forward to seeing you on Saturday.
All right. Love you back, and I'll be there.
All right. Now, did everybody see the formula in place?
Mm-hmm.
Was anybody timing? Did you see how long that took? So it takes about 30 seconds to do well. But here's what I was doing before I found this formula. I was talking to people for like 5 or 10 minutes about catching up on life, how the kids doing, how work's doing, and then feel rushed at the end and might not even get around to inviting them to the event. Anybody done that? Set aside an hour to talk
Right.
to people in that hour?
Yep.
Yeah. So we got to be systematic and strategic about it. Now go through a breakdown of the steps so that you know what they are. Step 1, be in a hurry, is one of the most important steps. People are psychologically attracted to people that have things going on. Does that make sense? Be in a hurry. Don't get on the phone talking slow, thinking slow. Get on the phone in a hurry. I don't have a lot of time to talk, but it was really important I can reach you. Or I'm running out the door, but I need to talk to you real quick. Or if it's a cold market person, like you meet somebody at the bank or in the restaurant, now isn't the time to get into this, but you have given us some excellent service. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Communicate that sense of urgency up front. Get a faster rhythm, because ideally you want to invite 20 people, 20 to 30 people to your profit party, or usually put 10 butts in chairs. Make sense? But now, second thing, step 2, compliment the prospect. Compliment the prospect. And that got unformatted on my slides. I'll have to fix that. Hang on. Well, I'll fix it later. Compliment the prospect. Why do we compliment the prospect?
To make them feel good and open up.
Yes, to break the ice.
Not only to break the ice, they agree with you. If you give them a sincere compliment about something that you have noticed about them and why you would value them as a business partner, it starts off with the open door to agreement. And the average person is starved for positive feedback in our world. This is a mostly negative world. Most people don't get talked to at work except to get talked down to. So if you start with a sincere compliment, that always helps break the ice. And there's levels of this you could do. You've been wildly successful. I've always respected the way you've done business. You're one of the most connected people I know, and I've always admired that about you. But something, think about as you're writing your list. Why is that person on your list? What do you like about them? And make sure to tell them that so that they know. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Third, make the invitation. We won't grade context so much today, but know that based on the relationship between you and the person, there are different words that work better based on how the person expects you to see them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Categorize the world into reds, greens, and blues. For short circuit, just think about a red as somebody who expects you to look up to, or who you do look up to, right? Your greens are your peers, and they have some of the same problems that you do, so you can use a direct approach there. And then your blues, those are people that look up to you. You can tell them what to do. So for example, I was talking to H. Allen Booker. He was the junk bond king. He's one of the few black men that I knew that traded bonds professionally for a living. So I said, listen, Alan, I think I found something incredible. I've always admired your mind for money and doing business. It would mean the world to me if you take a look at something I've come across that's been mind-blowing for me. Does that make sense?
Right.
I want to get your sincere business opinion. Just the ego stroke that he expects from knowing that, you know, he's made way more money as an investor than anybody I know. But then at the same time, when I was talking to my friend Danny from high school, we talked about things on our level. And then when I talked to my adult kids, it's like, I want you to take a look at what I'm doing, not so that you'll do it, but so that you'll know. If you decide to do it, that's great, because I would have much rather pay for you to know this than what I paid all that money for college for. Make sense?
Okay.
Anybody got adult children that you're still trying to convince to see what you do? Just tell them. Look at it. You don't have to do it, but you do need to know, right? Step 4, most important question in the whole inviting process. If I would you. Everybody say it. If I would you.
If I would you.
This is how you establish a business conversation. It makes it conditional. You're not begging them to look at yours. This is how you maintain posture in your invitation. If I gave you a link to a website that would explain everything, would you click on it and watch it? Right?
Okay.
If I invited you to my invitation only webinar, would you attend and interact and take notes? If I do this, would you do that? How many of you know that's the nature of business, right?
Okay.
So if everybody say it, say if I would you.
Would you.
But and then the next one is get a commitment. Get a commitment. So if I put you on the VIP guest list for my private profit party this up and coming Saturday, would you commit to set aside the time from 4 to 5 to take part? Right?
Is that
after
step
I say
3?
if? So step 3 was if. Step 4 was if I would you. Step 5 is get a commitment. So after they say yes, right? After they say yes, so you're saying Saturday at 4 p.m. you'll be there. Yes. So now they've said yes how many times? Twice.
Twice, yeah.
They've already said yes twice. They said yes to if I would you, and then confirming the commitment. When do you think you could look at the website for sure? Does that make sense?
Okay.
Then confirm the date and time. If they tell you they'll watch it by Tuesday night, then your response will be, so if I called you on Wednesday morning, you'll have watched it, right? Or if you get a time commitment, you can look at it in the next 30 minutes. So if I call you an hour from now, you're sure to have looked at it, right? Does that make sense? So confirm the date and time. So you got a commitment, confirm the date and time. Step 7, start off planning the next step from the step that you're in. Does that make sense? So if you're inviting them to a physical event, let them know. I know life gets busy. I'm going to give you a confirmation call, or one of my partners will, right the day before the event. What's the best? Is this the best number to call on? What's the best time to do it? Does that make sense?
Okay.
Get a time and number. And here's what happens. Now they've said yes 4 times. Chances are, it's gone from 10% to over 80% that they'll do it, because now it's ingrained in their head that they have a serious appointment and business commitment. Right. And then make sure that you do your part. Put their appointment on your calendar so you get a reminder that I need to confirm with them today, so that they reaffirm what they're going to be doing tomorrow. Make sense?
That's what I'm dropping the ball on.
And then the last step is to get off the phone. Oops, I left out a slide. But I don't need a slide for that. Step 8 is get off the phone. There's a thing in the selling process in sales called talking past your close. How many of you have heard of that?
Yep.
Where somebody just talked for a little bit too long, talked past what they wanted, and now person is having cold feet. So here are 8 steps for an effective invitation. Okay, Catrice Parker, read the 8 steps for an effective invitation.
Okay. Be in a hurry, compliment the prospect, make the invitation. If I would you, get a commitment. So if I can't read my own writing, if I called you to Can't read my handwriting.
Well, no worries. I'll put it back on the screen so everybody has a chance to see it again. So you're at 4. If I would you.
Now, if I would you, and then get the commitment, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then do the call. If I called you back by whatever time they committed to, and then either I or one of my business partners will do a follow-up call the day before. Is this the best number to reach you? And then get off the phone.
Excellent. All right. Now, who from the remainder list is ready to put up and try and invite somebody to their profit party this Wednesday at 6?
I'll do it.
Okay, that's Stephanie.
Yes.
Let's get it.
Okay.
And who are you inviting?
I'm inviting Monica.
Okay, Monifa.
Okay, Monifa.
All right, there we go.
Okay. Hi, Monifa. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hey, I heard that you're the type of person who hate missing out on opportunities. Is that true?
I can't hear what you said.
I heard
Oh, that might be me.
you hate missing out on opportunities. Is that true?
She said, so Steph, let us come back to you. So one of your background noises is loud. Is that loud in your background, Stephanie?
I don't hear any loud noises.
I hear it's a lot of background noise.
In mine?
No, not in yours, but somebody's.
Let's see. Everybody but those two, go on mute real quick. Let's see if we can get that out so that they can be clean. All right. Sounds like we lost it. Okay, go. All right. Try it again, Stephanie.
Okay. Hi, Monifa. How are you?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you?
Wait. I heard that you're the type of person who hate missing out on opportunities. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Well, I'm having a private party. If I put you on the list for Saturday at 6 o'clock, I'm sorry, Wednesday at 6 o'clock, can I expect you to be there?
Sure, I can make it. I think I'm free.
Okay, well, Tuesday, I'll just have one of my partners or myself follow up with you just to confirm that you're going to attend. And I'll be talking with you then.
Okay, great. See you then.
Okay. Give her a hand. This is actually a hard step. I mean, it's not hard, but it's good to get the process in place. So a little bit of small coaching on this one, Stephanie. I do want you to accelerate that process at the beginning. So it's be in a hurry, right? And the easiest way to do that is to talk fast. That's what I figured out. I don't know if you know, I'm a naturally slow talker. How many of you know that? But not when it's time to be inviting. Hey, glad I caught you. So let's try it again. I want you to do 2 things just to tweak what you already did, because it was really solid application for just having gotten the information. So up front, I want you to speed up your voice and then tell her I'm in a hurry, and don't forget to compliment her.
Oh, okay.
Make sure to compliment her. I like that you went straight in on making the invitation and you made it conditional. I'd even strengthen your conditional, like with what you said, because you said, if I invited you to my profit party, could I expect you to be there? I like that. I want you to strengthen it. Turn it up just a little bit. Can I count on you?
Okay.
All right. So let's try it again from the top. Stephanie invites Monifa.
Hi, Monifa. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. And yourself?
I'm great.
Outstanding.
Great. Okay. Okay, hold on a minute.
Let me coach you through. Let's keep breathe. Just breathe. So, hey, I'm excited. You know, I don't have a lot of time, so it's okay to say I don't have a lot of time. So just say those words.
Okay, I don't have a lot of time, but
it's important that I get in touch with you today because you're the type of person that doesn't tend to miss out on opportunities, and you've always been sharp.
And you've
something like that. So give her the compliment. Let it be a rumor. Tell her this is what I know about you.
Okay.
Go.
Hello. How are you doing?
Hello?
Monifa, she was talking to you.
Hello?
Hello, Monifa. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm in such a hurry though. But I know I've heard you're the type of person that don't like missing out on opportunities. You're a real sharp person. And I just wanted to invite you to a private party that I'm having Wednesday and want to find out whether or not it would be okay to invite you to the party.
Sure.
Okay, can I expect you to show up?
Yes, I'll be there.
Okay,
What time?
I'll follow up with you on Tuesday, or I have one of my business partners to follow up to confirm your attendance.
What time did you say?
It starts at 6 o'clock. I'm sorry.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'll be following back up with you on Tuesday afternoon.
Great.
Awesome.
All right. Okay, thanks. And I'll be talking with you later. Bye-bye.
Okay, looking forward to hearing from you Tuesday.
All right.
Now, how many of you know this is just like the drills that we do at Game Changer, meaning the first time you do it is a little bit rocky. The second time, you're a little bit better. The third, fourth, and fifth times are where you get to where this is comfortable and easy.
Yep.
All right, so Monifa, let's see, who's not participating in the exercise with you?
Yeah, I haven't went. This is Mr. Meeks, but I can't go right. I'm at work trying to find the time, so I'll try back. Let a couple people go, and I might be able to squeeze it in.
All right. All right, so Monifa, since you're a new voice to me, let's see. Let's try.
I haven't had a turn.
Inviting Chantel. Was that Chantel?
Mm-hmm.
Who said they haven't had a turn? Who was that?
Chantel, I haven't had a turn.
All right, good. So Chantel, you want to try it?
Sure.
All right. So let's set it up, make it easy. Chantel, you invite. All right. There's Michelle. You invite Michelle. How's that?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. I see that your eyebrows are up. That's already working. That's good news.
What about me inviting?
How do I get off the screen where all these people, all y'all looking at me?
Let's see what I can do about that. How's that?
Wait a minute.
How come I didn't get to try? I thought it was supposed to be the last person tries the next time.
Oh, I apologize. I messed up my own drill. That is correct. So you invite Chantel knowing that she needs a chance to.
Okay.
I need to practice too.
All right. Everybody need to practice. You got to practice while it's safe. Because here's what happens. If we don't practice it in here in this room when it's just us that are all in, we get out there and talk to prospects and then it's like,
Right.
All right. So Monifa, you're up.
Okay. All right, so I can go now. Who am I talking to now? 'Cause I don't know how to work this to see who's on the screen.
You're talking to Chantel.
Chantel. Okay, Chantel, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. All right, hi Chantel. I'm in a rush right now, but I need to talk to you about something. I know you don't like to. Oh no, I messed up. Wait. Hi Chantel.
Hi, how are you?
I'm in a rush right now. I have to go out the door, but I want to run something by you, and I know you hate missing opportunities.
Sure.
I need to. Yes, I'm having a profit party on Wednesday at 6. If I invite you, would you make the commitment to show up?
Yes.
All right, cool. I love it. I love it. Okay, so it's Wednesday at 6. Tuesday evening, I'll give you a call. And this is the best number I can get back in touch with you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll call you around Tuesday evening around 7 o'clock. Is that good?
That'll work.
Outstanding. All right, so I'll talk to you then.
Okay. Bye.
All right.
Later.
Awesome. Y'all give it up. That's good work.
Ow.
And you even better work making sure, hey, don't skip me in the drill. I need to get my turn. I gotta get in it. Put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick.
Sir. Who's that?
I got a question for you. This Fabian Brown, just in case you didn't know.
I know.
And like, well, let's say like you invite somebody out, like should one of your business partners invite somebody to the event, or you should do it?
So for the initial invitation, you should make the invitation. Sometimes it does add more weight if you have another person available to make your confirmation calls.
Okay.
Right. So that is one of the things that we differentiate on in skill. And because now it's triangulation. Now they know that now this is bigger than just you and them. They already made a commitment to you. But if they're your friend, they might be in that place where they're like, oh, well, it's just Rick. I can catch him next time. You know. Okay. But now they've talked to Mr. Ponder, confirming on behalf of Richard Harden, this is extra serious. Does that make sense? So we will do some more leverage of the team. If you have someone available, or you know your sponsor that you're working with has a window to do confirmation calls for you, it never hurts to over confirm. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So back to now, that was Monifa, right? It just went.
Yeah.
So really good job of being in a hurry. One of the things I want us to focus on, as much as possible, compliment something about the prospect's personality, right?
Oh, personality.
About them, right? I know that you're super sharp. You have things going on, and you seem to know everybody.
Okay.
Right? I know that you're busy and productive, and you've always done well at the things that you do. Think about something that you could say. So even though you're inviting Chantel, who you probably don't know. Do you know Chantel?
No.
Imagine her as the next person on your list.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So let's go one more time for you, and then Chantel, who are you going to invite? I think who's left this in the gallery that hasn't gotten in? Okay, Catrice. Oh, go ahead.
Michelle.
All right. All right, Monifa, one more time. Go.
Okay, so do it again. To who now?
Chantel.
To Chantel. Okay. Hi, Chantel. Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I'm in a rush right now. I got someplace to be, but I know you're a sharp cookie. I know you don't like missing opportunities, and I know you love new opportunities. But I need to let you know that I'm having a private party on Wednesday at 6. If I invite you, would you commit to come?
Yes.
Cool. That's great. All right, so it's Wednesday at 6. I'll give you a call on Tuesday around 8 o'clock or so. Is this the best time? I mean, is that the best number I have for you?
Yes, that is.
Okay, cool. So we can rock on that day. I'll call you Tuesday, and I'll see you on Wednesday, God's willing.
Okay.
Outstanding. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye-bye.
Excellent. Okay, Chantel, you're up. And you are inviting Michelle. One other thing just to think about, one of the things that I found is really helpful is making my event sound cooler than I'm having something at the house. So I have VIP invitation only cash flow conversations and profit parties. I'm having a VIP invitation only event at the house this Saturday. If I put you on the VIP guest list, would you commit to show up? Can I count on you? Okay. Go Chantel, you're in.
Okay, and I'm inviting Monique.
You are inviting Michelle.
Oh, Michelle, I'm sorry. Hi, Michelle. This is Chantel. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm in a bit of a hurry, but I would like to invite you to a VIP event that I'm having at my house this Wednesday at 6.
Okay.
I know that you are very interested in. Oh, geez.
It's okay, keep rolling. No problems.
Okay, let me start over. It's hard when you don't know the person. Okay.
All right, go.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I was calling to a profit party that I'm having at my house at 6 p.m. And I know that you always keep your options open. And I was wondering, would you be able to attend?
Sure.
So I can definitely confirm that you will be there at 6 o'clock. I can call you on Tuesday at 7 o'clock to confirm. Is this the best number to reach you at?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'll speak to you then. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Outstanding. Everybody give it up. Let's go work.
Good job.
All right, so if you assess your quick 8 steps, the only thing I think you left out was if I would you.
Okay.
Get that in? It's what you call a turn phrase, because that's where commitments start, right? You made the invitation, and I think you said, could I count on you to come, which is a version of it, right?
Okay.
But the way that if I would you maintains posture is you're reserving for yourself the right to say, well, then I'm not going to invite you. If I can't count on you, right?
Okay.
It gives them a pattern interrupt where they have to stop and think and not give you an answer that sounds like I'll try.
Okay.
All right, try it. One more time.
Good evening, Michelle. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm in a bit of a hurry, but I was calling you to see if you would be able to come to a profit party that I'm having on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Can I get a commitment from you? Hello, Michelle?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm sorry, it was broken out a little bit. Couldn't hear you. I was trying to see if from you for my profit party that I'm having at 6 p.m. on Wednesday.
Sure, I can be there.
Okay, is this the best number to reach you at? I can give you a call on Tuesday at 6 p.m. to confirm.
Yes, it is.
No, I didn't do good.
Yes,
I
it
forgot
is.
two things.
It's
I forgot the compliment and I forgot the if I would.
Hey, it's all right. You still rolling.
Hey, you're still in there. It's not over yet.
Yeah.
So here, throw the compliment in on the end.
Right. Right. As long as you get it in. Yeah.
Right, with the type of person that you are, all the things that you've done, if you like what you see, we like what we see in you, we're gonna make some serious money together.
Wow.
Love you to life. Gotta go. Bye. Right. The good thing is that you know the steps. They do work better if they go in the right order.
Yes.
But don't worry. The best thing in any presentation we ever have is nobody knows what you're supposed to say. But
Right.
Right.
That makes sense. It's always going to seem a little more difficult here. Like in football, practice was way harder than games. Our team went undefeated for 2 years because we practiced real hard.
Right. Yeah, I know the feeling. Track. Ooh, practice was a beast.
Okay, and I think Michelle, let's see, where are we on time? Oops. Michelle, you gotta hurry this invitation up because I do want us to close right at 10:30. So Michelle, who are you inviting? Who has not been in the game yet?
I'm not for sure.
All right, let me look across. Who do I see that I haven't heard?
Angela.
Is Angela Johnson on? Did I miss her?
I am. Can you hear me?
Now I hear you. Okay, Michelle, you invite Angela Johnson.
Okay. Angela, let's see.
Sorry, and put this back so you have a cheat sheet if you need it. All right, see it?
Yes. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Hi, Angela. How are you?
Hi. I'm great. How are you?
I am wonderful. Listen, I was headed out for an appointment. Kind of in a hurry here, but I would like to. Want to reach you today, definitely. I heard that you are a woman of your word and love opportunities. So, if I would invite you to a VIP party that I have here at my house around Wednesday, 6 o'clock, would you commit to being there?
What time on Wednesday?
About 6 o'clock. Is that good for you?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good. If you don't mind, I can call Tuesday evening about 8 o'clock and give you a reminder, me or my business partner.
That would be great. The reminder.
Okay,
yes,
great.
I'll need a reminder. Yep.
Great. I can do that for you. All right. Well, I'll see you. Talk with you then.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
There you go. All right, and then Angela, I guess you're taking us home.
I am.
Yeah.
Who am I going to invite?
Pick somebody.
How about Bernard?
It is.
All right. Okay. So, hello, Bernard. How are you?
Quite well. Yourself?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you. But listen, I'm in a hurry right now. And I didn't want to miss this opportunity to speak with you. So listen now, you know that I've always respected the way that you handle your business. and the way that you interact with so many, many, many people. So listen, I am having a profit party at my home on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Now, this is by VIP invitation only. Now, if I was to put you on my VIP list, would you attend?
Of course, Angela. Of course.
Great, 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 great. So now, is this the best contact number for you?
The 678 one, right?
Is this the best contact number for you? The 678? Yes, yes. Mhm.
Yeah, this it.
Awesome. Great, great. Would it be okay if someone from my organization can confirm with you on Tuesday evening your attendance to the event?
Now,
That'd be
hold up. I get out of work around like 7. Can you have somebody hit me after 7?
Will do. We definitely will confirm with you on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Okay? Cool.
I appreciate that.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you on Tuesday. Thank you.
All right.
Awesome. Did everybody get a chance to get in the drill? What they say, they say that the army that that sweats more in training will bleed less in battle. So what I want you to do is sweat in these practices. You have the uncomfortable feelings while you're here with us. Practice what you're going to say. And one thing that I want to point out, write it down. So just have, like I literally just have just these 8 points written next to me so that I can check them off as I go through. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
One thing to think about right here on that this part where it says get a time and number, ask them what time will be best for them to confirm with them. And then put that time on your calendar with an alarm so that you start reinforcing with them that you do what you say you'll do. If I say I'm gonna call you at 8, I'm gonna call you at 8. And I know that not because my memory's great, but because I put it in my alarm and I just did what I had instructed myself to do later. Does that make sense? So in recap, let's sing the song together and get out of here for tonight. All 8 steps for effective invitation. Number 1,
be in a hurry.
Number 2,
compliment the
prospect.
Number 3,
Make
the invitation.
Number 4,
If I would you.
Number 5,
the commitment.
Number 6,
confirm.
Number 7,
time and number.
And number 8,
get off
the phone.
Get off the phone. So if we can do these things, we can do 2 things well. We can, number 1, get an invitation that sticks in their mind. Number 2, we can reduce the amount of time that we spend second guessing ourselves about, well, what do I say? And what do I say to make people come through? And then we can also get more calls done in a shorter period of time because now we have a structure for the conversation. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And if we can, if we can move as a team, play as a team, we can win as a team, and we will be the best team, not just in MWR, but in this network marketing industry. And with that, let me conclude our training for today and ask, are there any questions? Any questions?
Question.
Okay, question.
I have one. I do have one question. I noticed that when you're doing the peaking and passing to a tool, that we're not actually explaining income shifting anymore. We're just giving one aspect of it and then passing. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, it's as little as possible. What I have started to do is I've started to use tools more, just knowing that tools duplicate and they go faster. I'm using the invitation formula on the tools. Meaning, on the one hand, I could, it's one of those things, you got to experiment with what works for you. But what I find is one thing is if I say, if I pass you a link, will you look at it? Right now it's conditional. And then another thing, if I say, now it's only 30 minutes, can you look at it right now or are you going to look at it later? If they say right now, so if I call you back in an hour, you'll have looked at it already, right?
Okay.
Just so, because that's the hardest thing about the world that we live in now. Like it used to be the case that we had CDs and DVDs and magazine stuff that we could give somebody and physically take it back when they didn't do what they said they would do. Now with the website, you kind of got to, it's like, I'm gonna snatch your DNS server off the internet. Now you can't look at the web like this. You can't do that. But at least in this way, you time box when they'll do what they said they'll do and pair up your action with when they do it. Does that make
Right.
sense?
That actually wasn't my question, Rich.
Oh.
I was asking, like, instead of saying, income shifting is the strategies, and give the definition, we're just saying that, like I might would say that the strategies have helped me to put $400 back into my paycheck. I think it may be able to do the same for you. Would you like more information, yes or no, instead of going through the whole definition? So that.
So, and to Chuck's point, it's a hot button. So it isn't necessarily testimony. It's just one thing that you think will move them to action.
Okay, rather than the definition of income shifting.
Doesn't have to be the definition. Anything you want to add to that, Chuck?
Yeah, and I guess that only comes up if they ask, what is income shifting? Right? During the invitation, they never ask what is income shifting, or if you say yes or no, like, well, maybe, what is it? Then they're asking, Other than that, it's giving them something they're not even asking for. Look, I'm having something at the house. Once you come through, we're talking about making money. We don't have to necessarily feel they need that, only if they're asking for it. And if I do, I just keep it really simple. It's putting your money back in your pocket. That keeps it simple.
Right.
Because if we're trying to give them the testimony, if they say I got $400 on my paycheck, well, they might be entrepreneurs. They don't got a paycheck. So they in their mind, they say, oh, won't work for me. I'm an entrepreneur.
Right.
We don't want to assume what they will feel is important to them, right? If we lead with, well, it boosts my credit up 100 points. It's like, well, my credit already 750, so I'm straight.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, so we don't want to lead with what we think necessarily from our testimonies. Just give them the basics, kind of let the hot button guide us into, which direction they want to go in.
Okay, makes sense.
And the hot button is person specific. So the more you know about that person and what you perceive will be of interest to them, the better that peak works.
Right.
Oh,
and that hot button normally comes from what they've complained about before.
Right.
I hate my job. I want to get my credit fixed. I want to buy me a house. I got to get my kids prepared for college. I got to pay for cheerleading, whatever that is.
Oh, and there's a good turn from especially people that peak themselves by mistake. The other day when you were talking about needing to make more money, were you serious or were you just playing?
Right.
I just found out about a way that we can make some serious extra money. Do you want more information about it? Yes or no?
Right.
Right.
That's good.
Conversational. It's conversational. Any other questions?
Do you have a private party this week, Rich?
So there are 2 private parties for new folks on my team. So there's one in Loganville for Dr. Hetty, and then my newest partners, Q and LaBella, have one on the south side there in Fairburn. That's Saturday at 5 and at 7, I believe is the other one. And speaking of profit parties and things this week, let's make sure to get our calendar filled up early, because here's the other thing that we need to make sure that we maximize is if you look around the calendar, it's actually a memory jogger for me. It's like, well, who do I know in Loganville? Right?
What day is Loganville?
Saturday at 5.
Ain't that, yeah.
And that is on the calendar now. I'm certain of that because I put it on last week.
And I think I'm Fairburn Saturday at 6.
We'll be in Tallahassee this Friday, Dundre. Maybe we can do one this Friday night. I'm going Friday. I'll be in Tallahassee.
So I have a private profit party on Sunday at 5 o'clock in Fayetteville, Georgia.
Now, who is that?
Angela Johnson.
Angela Johnson, Sunday. So next Sunday is the 15th?
Correct.
And at what time?
5 o'clock.
All right. And all of you executive directors and above, I'll be adding you as administrators on the calendar so that you can enter your own events.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Hello?
Hey,
Richard, who was that said they'll be in Tallahassee?
That was Bernard Ponder.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could get something going this weekend.
Friday, 7 p.m. sounds good. I'll talk to you.
All right.
I'll talk to you offline about it.
All right.
All right, you guys,
And
be sure
John,
we're going to
what's
maximize using the calendar.
Can't see that. Oh, there we go.
Oh, go ahead, Chuck. You were saying?
Yeah, we're going to maximize, be sure we maximize using the calendar, on looking at the calendar and updating the calendar, because with the feeds we have in Manager and the app, it's getting a little crowded with information, and people are missing things. So if we're able to post things on the calendar, they can go and see the whole week, and just to give you a little more time frame of the invite. So, I just try to, the link might not be on the calendar. You get the link the day of, but the event will be there, and you know what you're inviting people to. So with the webinars, we're doing one for Javon on Monday. We're doing one for Angela on Tuesday. We're going to get those on the calendar, and then that way you guys can know you can have something to invite people to.
And that way, that's how we build a professional week. That way, we know ahead of time. Here's the next, and here's the mindset. I want you this is what I'm doing this week. Hope you take this on. Have at least 3 events that you feel like it's your job to put bodies in there. Does that make sense? So 1 webinar, 1 meeting, and 1 call that you invite people to, so that you cover your spectrum and exposures.
Okay.
And now that we got the invitation formula, you can invite a lot of people in a hurry.
Right.
Awesome. All hearts and minds
All right.
clear?
Yep, sounds like they did a good one. Who can agree that they did? That it feels a little bit better after you said it a few times. After you said it once or twice in your head. After you said it to somebody, let's maximize the fact that we have a community of people and we all going through the same thing. That's why we had a team huddle. That's why we try to interact with each other, so you can get somebody else's number. So before you make calls, like, hey, look, hey, do me a favor, Fabian. Hey, listen to me make a call, or let me practice my call with you real quick before I make these calls. Hey, Angela, let me just practice my calls real quick with you, because I'm about to make 10 phone calls. I want to be sure I got it down. Because you do it once or twice, the repetition of it gets easier. And, of course, you got a team member that can help you, be like, okay, yep, you didn't sound excited, or you forgot step 3 where you confirmed with me and got my number. They can kind of help you guys through the process. We're a team. Right? You don't always have to necessarily reach out to Rick or myself if we're not available, but you have somebody you can call just to say, I need to say this a few times. Because after you say it a few times, your confidence is there. And then you feel better when you get on the phone to make your calls with your new people. So maximize that opportunity that you're not in this by yourself. And don't limit yourself to feel like you can only call or work with one person. Because if I'm doing 3 ways, I can't necessarily hear you practice your call, because I'm doing 3 ways for people trying to close other business. So that's why you have other team members that can all help with the same process.
Y'all see
All
that?
right.
Right on.
So that's the book Go Pro by Eric Worre. I see somebody else that has it. Audio, the great thing about an audio book, you can get an instant tune up there, but practice, and the more you do it, the more you'll get good at it. So proud, so excited to share the information, but I'm also gonna let y'all go because I know it's only 10:30, but your body is saying 11.
Facts.
All right, so you guys, we are done for the evening. Be sure to go register for game time.